What's going on, everybody? Chad Belding, Fowl Life Television and Banded Brands, back at you with the 2021 Spring Conservation Snow Goose season, brought to you by our friends at Federal Premium Black Cloud. Let's talk about concealment in the hide. People talk about, and I'm talking experienced waterfowl hunters, are always telling me that snow geese are consistently the hardest and toughest birds to be successful with. Meaning, can you go out on a spring day and have a 100-bird day? I like 30 and 40 bird days. I think that's a ton of geese, but a lot of people have the mentality that no limits, we're gonna try to stack them up. I don't necessarily agree with that mentality, but in regards to the government and what we're trying to do for conservation, it's our duty to go out and try to harvest as many of these snow geese during the spring season as we possibly can. So stacking them up is okay, ethically and legally. So in my mind, I want to be hidden. I want to get every single flock of snow geese I see on that spring migration day to the north, the reverse migration, into the decoys. Every flock we see, our goal is to get them to start descending and funnel down into our kill hole so we can harvest as many of them as we can ethically with no cripples like we talked about before.
Yes, here's your invitation from the hills of Tennessee.
My two favorite kinds of hides, pit blinds and lay-down blinds. Lay-down blinds have been around for a long time. Pit blinds have been around for a lot longer than lay-down blinds, and they're still the best two ways to hide from snow geese, and here's why. I believe that snow geese don't like edges. I like to be out in the middle of the field, giving them that confidence and that comfort level, like, hey, there's no tree lines, there's no fence lines, there's no chance for a boogeyman, so I like to be out in the middle with a huge mass of decoys. Massive decoy spreads is key during the spring conservation snow goose season. Once you have your decoy spread picked out, and let's say you have 100 dozen, 200 dozen, 300 dozen, whatever that number might be, I'm talking at least 800 to 1,000 decoys. Now you can start to strategize with that decoy and that spread and figuring out way thin. As they get to the thin part of it, they keep approaching that mass of decoys up front because snow geese like to hop in front of each other. So the birds in the air try to cut the birds on the ground off and get in front of them for that food source. So I like to start wide and funnel it down, and my hide's gonna be in this widest part, this thickest, heaviest mass up here, because that's where the live geese are going to decoy first, and that's where the guns need to be. And it's also where you're gonna have the best chances of hiding. So in your pit blind, your ground blinds, you're gonna use the natural vegetation around you, corn stalks or rice straw, whatever it is, you're going to make sure that you have plenty of that on your ground blinds, in those stubble straps, those camouflage straps that you can put the natural vegetation in, and then use your decoys, your uprights and some feeders and mainly active decoys to make sure that you break up all of your ground blinds, your pit blind. You don't want to have your faces staring up in the air. Wear a face mask. Make sure that you don't take it for granted that these birds can't see. Some of these flocks are 1,000 birds. That's 2,000 eyeballs right there. You have to hide. You have to keep in mind that these birds are not dumb. Their IQ is so high, so your hunt IQ has to be a lot higher. Chad Belding, the Fowl Life Television and Banded Brands. Enjoy your 2021 Spring Snow Goose Conservation Season, brought to you by our friends at Federal Premium Black Cloud.